Hello everyone, welcome back. Students, in this video we are going to discuss The Kite Maker, which is written by Ruskin Bond, which is in degree semester 4th in English syllabus. So in this video we are going to discuss the summary of The Kite Maker. So before moving further, let us know about the author, which is Ruskin Bond. So Ruskin Bond is a well-known Indian author who was honored with the Padma Shri in 1999 and the Padma Bhushan in 2014. He is also a recipient of the Sahitya Academy winner. Now, students, The Kite Maker is a pathetic story of Mahmoud, a skilled kite maker throughout the city who got good name and fame in the past. And in his old age, he lived in utter poverty because people stopped playing the kites as a sport. Other sports and entertainment had taken its place. So, The Kite Maker, which is a short story by British Indian author Ruskin Bond. In it, an old man in a rural India thinks on how the world has changed with his grandson flies a kite nearby. Bond uses nature imagery as a symbol with an old banyan tree standing in front of the old man, while the young spear mimosa tree represents the vitality of the grandson Ali. Now, students, the story begins with Mahmoud's grandson playing with a kite as his grandfather Mahmoud rests under an old banyan tree, the only tree that was present in the Ramnath Gully where Mahmoud was living. So, when Mahmoud's grandson Ali he was playing with a kite, Ali's kite gets caught in the tree's branches, and he asks his grandfather Mahmoud for help. Now, here, students, Mahmoud is too old to retrieve the kite or teach Ali how to fly it properly. But he makes him another kite, and after getting that kite, Ali promises that he will not lose that one and goes off it to fly. Now, again, Mahmoud sits under the banyan tree and thinks of his former profession as a master kite maker. In the olden days, he remembers grown men happily flew kites. There was more open space then and less hustle and bustle in the town. Men would compete against each other and bet on the outcomes. Even the Nawab, the local village chiefman, would come to watch this. Even the Nawab, the local village chieftain, would come to watch. When he was a kite maker, Mahmud had been known and revered for his skills. Once he built a spectacular kite for the Nawab, one that looked like a dragon in the air. That kite was too difficult for even Mahmud to fly, so he made the Nawab a prettier, easier one. So that only Mahmud thinks on just how much has changed since then. The Nawab is dead and his descendants are ordinary people. Just like Mahmud, he no longer has a patron and none of his neighbors know him. The pace of life has changed and those living in his village are busy and hurried. Now here students, one of Mahmoud's son work in a local garage and the other is stuck in the Pakistan when India and Pakistan were made into two separate countries. He was on the wrong side of the border and cannot come home. But here Mahmoud is grateful that his other son, that Ali's father, lives nearby, as it gives him an opportunity to see Ali, his only grandson, grow up. So he enjoys watching Ali play the kite. Ali, he thinks, is like the mimosa sapling at the edge of the country yard. They are young and will grow up tall and strong. While he thinks Mahmoud is like the banyan tree, he sits beneath, both are old, stopped, and bones are branches twisted. So here students Mahmoud feels himself growing tired and wonders if he'll dream of the kite he wants to make, one that looks like a giant white bird. He should have something to leave Ali, he thinks, but he can't fulfill his wish. Ali calling to him, but the boy's voice sounds faint and far away. So Ali returns to the banyan tree and sees his grandfather, whose eyes are closed. There is a little white butterfly resting on his beard. Ali tries to wake Mahmoud but can't. Frightened, he runs away, calling for help from his mother. The butterfly flies from the Mahmud's beard to the mimosa tree, and Ali's kite suddenly takes flight and disappears into the sky. So, students, in the story, The Kite Maker, a beautiful relationship of grandfather and grandson has been depicted, where the concern of the grandfather of procuring his art of kite making, which is dying due to the urbanization, is highlighted. Ali returns to the banyan tree and sees his grandfather, whose eyes are closed. There is a little white butterfly resting on his beard. Ali tries to wake Mahmoud but can't. He runs away, calling for the help from his mother. The butterflies from the Mahmoud's beard to the mimosa tree, and Ali's kite suddenly takes flight and disappears into the sky. So, students, The Kite Maker is a very simple story about Mahmoud, a kite maker, and his grandchild. Mahmoud led a life of luxury when he was young and famous for his kites. Mahmoud, the kite maker, had in the prime of his life been well known throughout the city. Some of his more elaborate kites once sold for as much as 3 or 4 rupees each. So, in this story, Kite Maker, we come across the agony of Mahmoud as an artisan. It clearly states that urbanization paved the way for industrialization, which result in the decay of cottage industry. The small skilled labor lose not only their occupation but they also lose their skills. It has been killing the skilled laborers. Story shows that the people is spending their money in watching cinema, and also it conveyed that the people have money but they don't want to spend it in idle pastime of kite flying. They want entertainment, which is saleable in this era of urbanization. So, these stories also exhibit that with the development of the nation, people have no time to meet their friends or relatives. With the increase in urbanization, which is a two-way process because it involves not only movement from village to cities and change from agriculture occupation to the business, trade, service, and profession, but it also involves change in the migrants' attitudes, beliefs, values, and behavior patterns. The process of urbanization is rapid all over the world. People stop flying kite or stop playing it as a sport. Other sports and entertainment has taken its place nowadays. So here Ruskin Bond described that how society exhibited because of new trends and new values. Mahmoud was a kite maker. He had a great honor as a craftsman when he was young. As days passed by, the kite maker in his old age had a difficult life. The circumstances depicted were with vast change. So, in The Kite Maker by Ruskin Bond, we have the theme of tradition, mortality, loneliness, happiness, independence, kindness, and pride, and also the change, which is taken from his collected stories, short stories collection. The story is narrated in the third person by an unnamed narrator. And after reading the story, the reader realizes that the Bond may be exploring the theme of tradition. Mahmoud once made his living from making kites. However, as he grew older, there were less people looking for kites, and the long serving tradition that had made Mahmoud a living eventually died out. However, it is interesting that Mahmoud still preserves with making kites, even it is only to please his grandson Ali. Mahmoud had been popular and known by all, including the Nawab. This is not the case now. It would appear that Mahmud's days are spent either resting or making kites for Ali.